I almost became a memory nobody could explain. I almost let the darkness convince me it knew my name. But I'm still here, yeah, I'm still here, yeah. I learned how to smile when my chest felt heavy, tell everybody I'm good when I wasn't even ready. I got real good at hiding what I couldn't control, putting pieces of myself in places nobody knows. I had nights where the ceiling knew more than my friends, talking to the silence like, how does the story end? I kept staring at the clock like it owed me a reason, wondering why surviving felt harder each season. Everybody saw the person I was trying to become, nobody saw the battles that I fought when they were gone. I was carrying a war underneath a normal face, walking through a crowded room feeling completely out of place. And I remember thinking maybe I'm too far gone. Then the morning came around and somehow I held on. Didn't feel like courage, didn't feel like strength. Sometimes courage is just breathing through another day. If you've ever smiled while you were falling apart, you already know how heavy a quiet heart can be. I don't have all the answers, I don't know where this goes, but I survived every version of myself I thought I'd lose. And if tomorrow brings another mountain, I'll meet it with these scars. I don't need to feel invincible, I just need to know who we are. I'm still here after everything that tried to take me, still breathing even when the weight could break me. I lost some people, lost some pieces of myself, lost the version of me that thought I needed everybody else. But I'm still here, and maybe that's enough tonight. I don't have to win the whole war, I just gotta make it through the fight. They thought my silence meant I had nothing left to say. They didn't know I was saving every word for this day. I'm still here. I remember every promise that somebody never kept, every I'm gonna stay that turned into I need some space. Funny how the people who said they never leave can become the very reason you don't trust what you believe. I gave pieces of my heart away like they were endless, then wonder why I couldn't recognize myself when it ended. I blame myself for every door that closed, like losing somebody meant that I was somehow broke. I replay conversations just to find where I went wrong, turned every little moment into evidence I didn't belong. I became my own prosecutor, judge and jury, convicting myself for things I never should have carried. And that's the part nobody tells you about healing. You can miss somebody and still know they weren't good for your freedom. You can forgive somebody without opening the door. You can love who they were and never become that person anymore. I used to think moving on meant forgetting everything. Now I think it means remembering without letting it control you. That's different, that's growth. Cause maybe the strongest version of you isn't the one who never breaks. Maybe it's the one who breaks and refuses to stay broken. I'm still here after everything that tried to take me, still breathing even when the weight could break me. I lost some people, lost some pieces of myself, lost the version of me that thought I needed everybody else. But I'm still here, and maybe that's enough tonight. I don't have to win the whole war, I just gotta make it through the fight. Hey, they thought my silence meant I had nothing left to say. They didn't know I was saving every word for this day. I'm still here. Maybe you're listening from a room where nobody knows you're hurting. Maybe you're the one everybody calls strong because nobody ever asked what strength was costing you. Maybe you've been carrying something you never said out loud. Maybe you keep telling everybody, I'll be okay, even though you don't know if that's true. I know that feeling, but listen. You don't have to have your whole life figured out tonight. You just have to stay long enough to meet the version of yourself that hasn't arrived yet. I've got scars that don't show up underneath fluorescent lights, stories that only come alive when everybody says goodnight. I've got memories I don't visit, but they still know where I live, and questions I stopped asking cause I hated what they did. But I'm learning that pain isn't proof that I failed. Sometimes it's evidence I walked through something that was hell. Every scar is a chapter I survived with no applause. Every tear was a sentence I couldn't explain in words. I used to ask why me until the question changed. Now I'm asking, what can I build from everything that pain became? I can't change the past, can't resurrect what died, can't make the wrong people suddenly see what was inside. But I can take the pieces, I can build, I can breathe, can become somebody. My younger self wouldn't need it when nobody understood it. Maybe that's the purpose, not becoming untouched, becoming unafraid of the places that once destroyed you. I almost quit on myself, that's the truth. Not because I wanted to disappear, because I was exhausted from pretending I wasn't already disappearing inside. And if you've ever been there, if you've ever looked in the mirror and wonder when you stopped recognizing yourself, I need you to hear this part. You are not weak because you're tired. You are not broken because you need help. You are not behind because your healing took longer than somebody else's. And you are not your worst night. So here's to the nights that didn't finish me. Here's to the doors that closed and finally set me free. Here's to every no that felt like the end. Here's to finding out I could become my own friend. Here's to the people who left without goodbye. Here's to every dream I buried just to keep surviving. Here's to the little voice that whispered try again, when the louder voice inside me said this is where it ends. I don't need revenge, I need peace. I don't need everybody to believe, I need to believe. I don't need to prove that I never failed. I need to prove that falling wasn't the final chapter. And if tomorrow hurts again, I'll face tomorrow. If the fear comes back, I'll face the fear. If the doubt starts screaming, I'll answer it with everything I've survived. Because I've already met the version of me that thought he wouldn't make it, and he was wrong. I'm still here after everything that tried to take me, still breathing even when no way could break me. I lost some people, lost some pieces of myself, but I found a reason not to disappear inside somebody else. I'm still here, and now I finally understand. I wasn't waiting for somebody to save me, I was learning how to stand. I'm still here, still here, still fighting, still becoming, still believing. There's something waiting on the other side of this pain. So if you're listening and nobody knows what you've been carrying, you don't have to explain it all tonight. Just take one more breath, one more step, one more morning. Because someday you'll look back at the version of you that almost gave up, and you'll realize the fact that you're still here was the beginning of everything. I'm still here, and this time I'm not just surviving, I'm living, I'm living. I remember when I couldn't recognize the face in the mirror. Had 1,000 people around me, somehow nobody felt nearer. I was fighting conversations that I never said aloud, trying to scream beneath the silence without making any sound. I became good at disappearing while standing in the room, laughing with everybody while I was wrestling the gloom. I said I'm fine so many times that I almost made it true. But every night when I was alone, I knew exactly what I knew. I knew what it felt like when the hope started getting thinner, when the person you were yesterday didn't recognize the winner, when you prayed for something different and the answer never came. So you started questioning your purpose, started questioning your name. I blame myself for every person that decided they could leave. Thought if I became somebody better, maybe they'd stay with me. But some people aren't supposed to follow you into your next chapter. Some doors close because your future finally needs more space to happen. I lost relationships, I lost confidence, I lost sleep, I lost parts of myself I thought I'd always keep. But somewhere underneath everything I couldn't repair, there was still a tiny voice telling me you're still there. So I listened. Not loudly, not confidently, just enough to take another step and another, until the days I thought would destroy me became the days that taught me how to protect myself. Now I don't hate the scars, I don't hide the damage, I don't need to pretend that surviving was painless, because every scar reminds me that something tried to end my story and failed. I used to think strength meant never crying, never breaking, never needing anybody. Now I know strength can look like humility. I don't know what I'm doing, I need help. I'm scared, I don't feel okay, and still waking up the next morning and deciding your story deserves another page. So if you're hearing this with a war inside your head, if you're carrying something heavy that you haven't told anybody yet, if you're smiling for the world while you're barely holding together, I hope you remember something I had to learn the hard way. You don't have to become who you were before the pain. You can become somebody the pain couldn't destroy. Cause maybe the goal was never to go back, maybe the goal was to move forward with everything you survived. And I'm not saying I'm healed, I'm saying I'm healing. I'm not saying I'm fearless, I'm saying fear get the final word anymore. I'm not saying I won every battle, I'm saying the battles didn't win me. So look at me now, still breathing, still dreaming, still carrying memories I wish I could forget, still walking with wounds nobody can see, but still here. And if tomorrow gets heavy again, I'll remember what yesterday taught me. I have already survived days I once believed would be my last. So I don't need to know how the whole story ends, I just need enough courage to keep writing the next line. Because the version of me that almost gave up didn't know what was waiting on the other side. He couldn't see it, he couldn't feel it, he couldn't believe it. But I can now, and that's why I'm still here. I'm still here. And I'm still here. They thought surviving was the end of my story. They didn't realize surviving was how my story finally began.